evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time to find out if we can find the cause and the origin of the El Vibratos in West of Loathing with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we are back in it to win it. As you may be able to tell, we are going to be seeing what we can find as far as the El Vibratos. Now I don't know if we ever actually find out the actual detail of it. Now, the El Vibratos are kind of like this technology-based, like super advanced technology type stuff. It's kind of, wow, why am I out of focus? Why do I appear to be out of focus? I guess I'm not out of focus. It's just, oh, okay, the settings on that are way low. Why? I don't get that. There we go. That is much better. That is much, much better. Okay. Hello there, pretty wolves, and how are you? I'm doing well. I am doing pretty good. I am running on little to no sleep. Mostly because apparently the She-Hulk the first She-Hulk episodes are going to drop at 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time, which I didn't realize, so I was sitting here at like midnight being like, okay, it should drop now, any moment now, right? It's like, oh no. And it didn't drop, and I'm looking, I finally looked it up, I'm like, oh, it doesn't drop, oh, okay, it doesn't drop until 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, well, it's a bit too late to go to sleep and wake up and watch it and write up my stuff and do up my stuff for that. Then, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to kind of jot down some points and everything. Then woke up this morning about 10 o'clock after getting to bed about 4 or 5 in the morning. Had breakfast, did my workout and stuff like that, then went through, created the intro, wrote up the script, recorded the episode, edited it, and got it out. Oh, it's been a day-long project, but I do have a pretty good basis for a shorter theory video this weekend, that I think's really going to kind of detail out some of the things that we can, at least that I'm expecting to see in the series. As is the first episode, I will say this much: it is a very good episode. It looks like it's going to be a very fun show to watch. Most of what we saw in the first episode was kind of stuff from the trailers and everything, but the editing for the trailers made it look different than what it really is. At least a little bit. Not majorly different, though. But there's a lot of stuff that seems coincidental that I don't think is actually as coincidental as, it's not as incidental as they are leading us to believe. I think there is an overriding person who is like, he knows everything, he's doing everything, so yeah, catching up on stuff catching up on stuff is always fun. It's also always fun when, something drops and you really want to jump on it. It means that, it means that you're going to be working at breakneck pace to try and get something out and done before it kind of gets stale, before everybody jumps on it and stuff like that. Part of the fun of being a YouTuber. So yeah, let's see here. Last night we dealt with a lot of stuff. We beat the geeks in their game, and thereby got the caretaker for the military cemetery back to work. So we're not having all of these as many skeletons escaping. Though I think we'll find that the skeleton, that we still run into a lot of skeletons and stuff like that in the game. But anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So yes, we have the library is complete, the soup kitchen is done, the yeast armory is there, the first bank of breadwood has their bread. So we still need the post office, and let's see here, we still need the missing mail and the logging permit. And, oh, there's a bad lumber deal. We're giving lumber to the railroad company for, like, no meat at all, and that's bad. Note, last time Mayor let this list get over 3 items, we chased him out of town with his breadstick nailed to the top of his head. Yeah, that's, I don't know, I don't want to know what they're talking about as far as the mayor's breadstick. That does not sound nice. Hey, you already looted this foot locker. Okay. Alright, so we do have things like the West Pole. Let's see here. You hear a gunshot and a bullet pings off the rock near your feet. You turn around and look up at a skeleton with a buffalo head. Fight him! I've got one of yours. There we go. All right. A buffalo bandolier. Ooh, adds pistol damage. Nice. That is actually really nice. Ooh, we've got, oh, right. We can't do that yet because, but we can upgrade our forging. So now our forging is maxed out. So now we should be able to harvest anything we come across. So we could do something suave. So if we have 20 moxie, we can make a cheeky statue. We gain the perk of heavy trigger finger. Your trigger finger isn't fast or itchy, but it's very dense. You know, some have said that about me. Not so nice. So is that a permanent thing, or is that like a... Oh no, that is permanent. That is permanent. So what happens if we say something powerful and we say like a threatening fist? It's so intimidating. All right, knock it over. Let's remake it with something powerful, but we'll do an impregnable tower. Gains us Heart of Stone, which adds maximum HP. Nice. So if we do Mysticality and we do an Elaborate Ori, we gain added spell damage. Not that that is really of any advantage to us, because we don't really use spells. But I don't know how we even did that. Alright, so yeah, we found a lot. Oh, that's right, we also did the buffalo pile and got our buffalo buddy. Alright, I suppose we should deal with the postman. Well, let's fight. Oh, got to jump on him. Boom! Oh, you are hurting, buddy, and you are dead. You are beyond hurting, you are dead. Nice. Electric snake skin adds damage to it. Okay. By the way, we do have our briefcase full of snakes. Wow, we have a lot of snakes, a lot of venom. A lot of venom that's built up. A lot of medicine. We've got a lot of stuff here. Oh, that reminds me. There is we're looking. There was a compass. Yes, Curly's compass points due north. Postal Service property. No trespassing. Trespass? A big map of the whole region with lots of confusing little annotations on it. This cabinet is full of maps, but you have no idea what any of them mean. Maybe you could ask at the post office in Dirtwood. Yeah, maybe. Stack of old newspapers. Old newspaper. Ooh, a blank postcard. Old newspapers. A letter for Roy Bean. Wait, what was that? Article about how they changed the name of Boot Hill Cemetery to Reboot Hill Cemetery because of all the skeletons coming back to life. Ah. You don't even want to know what bureaucratic processes were involved in the placement of this outhouse. So due north is just Alexandria Ranch. A streak of fire. Oh, a meteor. A meteor. Ah. All right. So Curly's compass. The compass points straight north. If you pace back and forth a little bit, you can actually see it move. You're very close. Nothing more north of the ranch but woods. Do you want to follow the compass? Sure. Oh, aspens. 50 muscle? 50? Holy crapoli, that is very heavy. All right. Okay, you just add Moxie. We can do Excalibur. The large plush cat. No. Large plush bear. Yes. Okay. That gets us a little bit closer. There we go. Now we've got 50. Look under it. An auto thingamajig dealing with geodes and rocks and gems and stuff. No, I'm sorry, gyro theodolite. You get the sense you won't need Curly's compass anymore, so you bury it under the cairn. Manufactured in January of 1995. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Four little lights. All the lights are dark. Maximum effective depth 4K, 4,000 meters. Why not just say 4 kilometers? Maybe it's supposed to be used in a minor cave. Also, what's a meter? Excellent question. We're dumb Americans. We don't know anything. Now, I want to go back to... Yes, okay. Back to the ranch. Steel vault door. Right. Okay, so let's... That's right, though. We'll deal with the trees here in a little bit. We needed to... Ooh. Oh, we have a cannon that we can use. Use it. You look through the rangefinder of the cannon, but you can't see an indicator. Right, so we need to mark something first. Somebody left in the middle of dinner. of sarsaparilla and sugared pork balls. Ooh, a targeting flare. This flare produces a huge plume of smoke, and where there's smoke, that's where you should fire. Ha ha! Private Lemon's diary. Ooh, Private Mathis's diary and a P.O. box key. Well, all right, let's take a look at the diaries. Private Lemon. Is that Lee Lemon? Lee Lemon? Lee Lemon? Private Lemon's diary is pretty dry and not very interesting, just a list of day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Towards the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. The last few entries have to do with the dissenting ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lemon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. Okay, so they thought that the Alexandria Ranch was being used as a spy outpost, and therefore they cannoned the shit out of it. Right, that's not good. Mathis's diary. Most of Private Mathis's diary is empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again, blah, blah, blah. Near the end, though, you start to see notes of the fort's commanding officer, Captain Simon, going off the deep end. As Mathau puts it, being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere doing nothing is driving the captain friggin' bug nuts. When the captain eventually decided that a nearby ranch occupied by a solitary woman and her book collection, again, the Alexandria Ranch, was actually excuse me, little dry bit of Cheerios stuck to the back of my throat. Was actually an enemy. Mathau felt compelled to warn the woman, but was too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details on the looming threat. An attempt to prevent the imminent cannonball bombardment of the ranch, Mathau stole some ballistic charts and hid them in a post office box during shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have a damn shore. What the hell? Unfortunately, the cannons had already been calibrated, and when Mathau returned to camp, he discovered the shelling had already begun. His last entry, he declares his intentions to start a mutiny, but the diary ends with no conclusion to the story. Okay, so in order to be able to use that, wow. I think this is where the bean slinger could probably make shit. So before being able to bombard that, we need the artillery calibration charts from Dirtwater. Well, that's alright. We need to go here anyway. We got a lot of stuff to do in the post office. Open box 114. Fort Treason ballistic charts. This chart for Army guys explains how to more effectively destroy things from a distance. Hi. Hey, I need some help tracking down some missing mail. How do you mean? Or how do you mean? A mail delivery went missing on the way to Breadwood, and I'm hunting it on behalf of their mayor. Local mail station has a bunch of route maps, but I don't know which one I need. Well, that information ain't exactly secret, but I ain't supposed to give it out either. A delivery going missing is bad news, though. I suppose it's alright just this once. Wait here a second. You got it, boss man. Thanks. After a couple minutes, she comes back with a sheet of notepaper. Okay, so each map has a code number on it, you see? Based on region and direction of travel, she explains how the codes work, how to work out the code you need, and gives you a cheat sheet for reference. Thank you. By the way, I would like to send a postcard. Yep, pre-done. Thank you. Alright, so. Now we need to head up to Alexandria Ranch and set off the targeting thing, the targeting flare. Because we are not getting in that door without ooh, hello, yes, that is looking mighty nice. Alright. Ooh, El Vibrato, hello. Got to jump on it. Boom. And Badushka. Holy shit. Lovely scrap. Alright, so. Look closely. You look at cannon. It's a fine cannon. Demi-Culverian in size. Insert your cannonball. You peer through the rangefinder at the distant smoke of your targeting flare. You consult the ballistic chart and turn the little knobs and cranks and stuff to the appropriate places. You root around your pack and find a match. Light it up. Boom. If that didn't open the vault door, then those grapes are probably sour anyway. Hooray! I'm a little concerned. What? Oh. Well, it blew apart the door and just left a hole with a ladder somehow. Books. Percussive maintenance gives you the percussive maintenance skill. Modern snake oiler. How to cheat at poker. Gold medal silversmithing. Rain vein, rich vein, poor vein of, oh, I know what that's a parody of. That's a parody of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book, which was kind of a bunch of bullshit. It's a copy of the popular financial advice book from a few years ago. It's rare now because of the various crusades to destroy every copy of it. I don't blame you. Greatest love poem ever written. I am out of needles. Okay. Well, what happens if we use the snake oiling? Oh, we just gain XP. Good. How to cheat at poker. You got dirty poker. Again, something people have called me in the past. So as to conceal the evidence of your dirty dealings, you eat the book. Percussive maintenance. You learn how to hit machines in just the right place to fix pretty much whatever's wrong with them. So we're Fonzie now. We are Fonzie now. We can just boom and fix anything. That is a skill I would like to have in real life, if at all possible. Time to get smacking. You notice that the book's spine is cracked. You try and fix it by hitting it really hard, but you end up smashing the book to powder. Ooh, this book, written by the expert jeweler Debonair Bronze. So it's a gold medal smithing by Debonair Bronze. You make extra silver bullets when crafting them. Whoops, I dropped it in a mailbox. Ooh, glorious vein. Or vein glorious, sorry, vein glorious. Personally, I would think I'd prefer to have a glorious vein. Like, preferably like somewhere in my forehead that really shows off when I get mad. The book is so old and crumbly that reading it once caused it to be destroyed. So now we have Vainglorious, which increases the meat gains from mining. We can make extra silver bullets. We can beat shit. All right, let's max out our potionology. So we should be able to make really, really good potions now. All right, that's good. But, well, actually, you know what? What do we got? We got quick draw. All right, let's one up our quick draw as well. Why not? All right, so we should go to the silversmith's house where we can turn some of our silver bullets into needles. Out in the middle of the desert, you find an abandoned minecart. Check it out. All right, I will help myself. Make needles, make needles, make needles, make needles. All right, that's 12 needles. That is 12 brand new sparkly little needles. You hear the hissing, a clacking, hissing sound draws your attention to a skeleton limping out of the shadow. She's wearing a dry, rotten tatters of an old army jacket, of an old army jacket, and it's so full of bullets that she's more skeleton-shaped cloud of hovering bone splinters than a skeleton. She must have what they call true grit. Well, fuck it, let's fight her. Boom. Yeah. We have a coccyx with a hole in it. We have literally a tailbone that we could probably use as, yeah, we can use it as a ring. That is decidedly creepy. Wait, no, did we? Right, the best love poem ever written. Can we read it? Ooh, it sells for 1,000 meat, but I gotta read it. I gotta know. This love poem is so good, you're afraid to even read it because you might fall in love with the book. Yeah, sounds about right. But I'm betting somebody would really like to have that. Oh, hello, hi! What are you two doing? A moon I am looking at. Neither moon is out. Neither moon? Oh, that's right. I think the Kingdom of Loathing has 2 moons. Because 2's better than 1. Nothing being up there. I'm happy to waiting. The moons won't to coming for hours. You two waiting this long? Yes, yes, moon so big, so bright, so big, to waiting and seeing. You very to liking the moons, huh? Yes, yes, very. To looking I to collect rocks of them. The goblin takes a bunch of pebbles out of his pocket to show you. They could be moon rocks for all you know. Sell him some more moon rocks. Oh, hello, I'm just remembering I moon rocks am having 2. Yep, 40 meat. All right, I will take it. A fool and his money are soon part, and goblins too. Follow the map. We discover Chuck's house. Okay. Who's Chuck? Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put your finger on it. The place looks perfectly normal, after all. But you can't shake the feeling that there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. Well, let's look around. Let's see here. Busted out windows. 2 unmarked graves. Twisted dead trees. A cellar door. Man, I bet it's like some kind of horror down there. Like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. It's locked. But is it locked to keep you out or to keep something in? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's a plot code lock. Those things are unpickable because plot says so. Man, they are really trying to lay it on thick here, aren't they? You approach the door hesitantly. You should be able to get yourself out of a real... You could be getting yourself into a real bad situation. Knock! The voice inside calls out, "Come in, it's open." It's always open. The door creaks open. And you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He stands near a large puddle of blood on the floor. Hello. My name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast. Your what? Blood and breakfast? Oh, sorry. I have a lisp. A lisp? Yes. It makes lud sound like lud. A bead and breakfast. So ED sounds like Ed sounds like lud. I see. People also tell me I need to emphasize that I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get it at all. Uh-huh. This is a large collection of steel chains and hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust, or possibly dried blood, or possibly both. Say, Chuck, what's with this wall? You've noticed my collection. Yeah, it's, dramatic. It all belonged to my father, and wait. You can say belonged instead of belonged. And his father before him, they were butchers. And you? I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Yeah. You know about... There's a lot of blood over here, Chuck. I can't help but notice that you have a giant pool of blood on your floor. Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that, as it is certainly blood like blood. But this is tomato soup. Okay, so it's red or bed, so anytime he says Ed, it's lud. Tomato soup. Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy. of me. I was just getting started cleaning it up when you arrived. Yeah, I can see why people are creeped out here. How the fuck do you intend to run a proper bed and breakfast being so goddamn creepy? Your name should not be Chuck. Okay, maybe he's Chuck. Maybe he's kind of like they're playing on Chucky. But I really think he is more psycho. And suddenly my brain just I cannot remember the name of the guy in Psycho. Guy who like hallucinates his dead mother is talking to him and stuff. God, this is gonna drive me nuts. Norman Bates. That's what it was. It was the Bates Motel, and it was Norman Bates. I see. The kettle on the stove. There's a kettle on the stove, and it's still hot. Well, that's nice. Little pantry shelf with various tins and jars on it. Well, let's take a closer look. There's nothing very unusual, but you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepy Time and Earl Grape. I don't think even Jean-Luc Picard would try Earl Grape tea. And actually, Sir Patrick Stewart doesn't drink Earl Grey tea. He drinks Yorkshire Gold tea. Personally, I don't really trust anybody that doesn't drink coffee in the morning. Unless, of course, the acidity of the coffee hurts them, or the caffeine in the coffee will cause a headache. Other than that, I don't trust anybody who doesn't drink coffee. Chuck is staring at you. You notice that his left eye tends to drift sideways as he stares and then resets when he blinks, which is not often enough. Sorry, that's my that's private. That's my blood room. Your what? My blood room. My bed room. Alright, gotcha. Alright, never mind then. Say, Chuck, you got a really fucked up eye, you know that? Excuse me. Yes, how can I help you? Oh, see, Pretty Wolves, that's the thing. It's like, if you get good coffee, it tastes really, really good. If you get good coffee. Now, personally, I don't like the bitter aftertaste of a lot of cheap coffee. So I tend to spend a bit more on my coffee, avoiding the Starbucks bullshit. Now, Pete's Coffee doesn't have much in the way of the bitter taste and stuff. But it does have a really nice, rich, dark flavor. And you can always get, massive, you can always flavor it up with pretty much anything if you do it right. Now, giving headaches, that's probably a reaction from the caffeine, which is totally understandable. See, that I can understand. It's like, yeah, headaches? No, some people can't handle the amount of caffeine that's in coffee, and it gives them headaches, and that's perfectly understandable. I can respect not drinking coffee because it gives you a headache. Personally, if I go more than 24 hours without coffee or caffeine of some sort, I wind up with a headache. See, okay, so you drink dandelion tea. So many people I know that I've told, didn't believe, just never believed me when I first told them that you can make tea from dandelions. And actually, I think it was back before World War II. Most people that had yards did not grow grass. They actually grew massive fields of dandelions because it was the plants themselves were so useful. And then then somebody ran a campaign where they started classifying dandelions as weeds and undesirable. It's like, you can use them for so many things, like seasoning, making tea. There's so many different uses for dandelions. That's why most people grew massive dandelion patches instead of grass. I know other people that I know quite a few other people actually that get headaches from coffee, and like I said, it's mostly the caffeine. But yeah, everybody's like, get quick to get rid of dandelions these days, but it's like, no, dandelions are useful. They are edible. They are a good source. I think if I remember right, they're a good source of vitamin C. With the yellow coloring, I wouldn't be surprised if they're also a fairly decent source of vitamin A, which is yellow in color, but also orange vegetables and stuff also are a great source of vitamin A because it's red and yellow. But yeah, it's like I said, it was, they used to use it tons. People used to have just a lawn full of dandelions back before World War II. It's really kind of weird how things change. Like, like I said, it's actually, well, let me take a look here. 13 emerging health benefits of dandelions. I don't think it's so much emerging as re-emerging. So they are highly nutritious, good for sources of vitamins A, C, and K. Not surprising. They also contain vitamin E, folate, and a small amount of other vitamin B, other B vitamins. What's more, dandelion greens provide substantial amount of minerals, including iron, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. The roots of dandelions are rich in carbohydrate insulin, a type of soluble fiber found in plants that supports the growth and maintenance of a healthy gut bacteria in your digestive tract. So also contains potential antioxidants, may help fight inflammation, may aid in blood sugar management. That is the soluble fibers that are in it that are not necessarily sugar based. So, it balances out the sugar. It basically kind of gives the body something to work on other than just sugar. May help reduce cholesterol and triglycerides, lower blood pressure, may promote liver health, may aid in weight loss, of course. I mean, again, the soluble fibers themselves will help with that because it's basically making your stomach work harder to digest what it has, so it doesn't empty out as quickly, and it basically kind of takes up more space in your stomach. Kind of like with apples. Eating an apple can tide you over for hours because your stomach's working so hard to try and digest it. Dandelions are actually, dandelions do have a lot of very, very good, very, very beneficial health aspects. Dandelion wine. Now that is something I would love to try sometime. That just sounds interesting. I've never actually tried dandelion tea. So I may have to like take like the center planter out front next year and just plant dandelions, just have them grow like just grow dandelions in that front center, because we have like a square planter out in the yard. Usually we just put, actually I think this year we just have like random volunteer flowers. I think I may try and may see about just planting dandelions and see what we can use them for. I mean, like I said, there are, they were very popular as far as what were grown in just people's yards. Where we grow grass now, dandelions used to grow in our yards back before World War II, so. Then it was, oh no, we can't have people growing their own healthy foods. Heaven forbid people be self-reliant. Alright, back to the game. You said you're running a bed and breakfast here? Yes, that's what I slewed. Yes. So instead of Ed, it's Lud. Can I have a look at the guest room? It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out. I still need to clean up the mess. Oh. What's on the menu? Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that is a real knockout. What kind of sausages? Long pork sausages. My grandfather's own I'm sorry, did you say long pork? That's right. I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way. Okay, but that's still kind of creepy because long pork is human. Long pig is human. This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. Agreed. You mentioned a special tea blend? Yes. A special herbal blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective. Dude, you are not helping the creepy serial killer like I'm going to be eaten in the middle of, chopped up and cooked in the middle of the night, served to the next guest type vibe of the place. Say, has a mailman been by here recently? Why, yes. My last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us. I hope you just mean that he left. I like to think he'll always be here. In spirit. Thanks. All right, let's take. Oh, hey, let's switch the. Whoa! What the? Stop humping the air, please. Hello. Yes. What's on the menu? Oh, that reminds me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea? Nah, thanks. I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips it while he's staring at you. After a while, he starts to look drowsy. Oh my. I am coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should down for, get my hlood down. Again, Ed, instead of Ed, he says Lud. So hlood down for a few minutes. It has been a long day. Please excuse me. Sure. Be very, very quiet. We're trying to. Oh, we're stealing Chuck's key. Oh, never steal a Chuck key. Never steal a Chuck key. That's a dick thing to do. Alright, let's go on in. Doesn't look as horrific down here as you expected, unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. I do actually know people that would be very upset by that. They would be terrified by that. Hey! Missing bag of mail. Yep, I'll take it. A book, a snake oiler, lock, and frightening topics in next Mex. What a haul. New postcard, cool. There's a climber in the cellar, a mailman approaches you. Oh man, thank goodness you found my mail. This mailbag is yours? Yeah, I've been stressing out lately, so I took a day off and rented a room here for sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy, a little weird I guess, but real personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup and those great big sausages. And his tea did wonders for my insomnia, too. Well, that did seem pretty effective. Anyway, I forgot my mailbag and wasn't sure where I left it, so I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it. Sure, no problem. Here you go. Well, that's sorted, I guess. At least we didn't kill Chuck. We did nothing wrong. We did not hurt Chuck. See, happily, I actually do have a mortar and pestle. Not a lot of people do, apparently. Like, a lot of people don't even know what the fucking mortar and pestle is anymore. But I actually do have one. I actually got one, like, a while ago. It was, actually back when I was doing it was back when I had an idea for doing like it was the production crate contest. It was the flashback or the retro look or the flashback look. We were supposed to, it was something like a flashback or a retro look or something like that. And I was doing one and I'm like, okay, so I want to make myself look younger. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to dye my hair black. I'm going to dye my mustache and beard black, the whole 9 yards. And the cheapest way I could think of doing it was to grind up a lump of charcoal, put a bit of hair gel in my hair, along my mustache, and along my eyebrows and stuff, and then like use the ground up charcoal dust to do everything. It looked great. Worked beautifully. But yeah, it was like I needed something to crush it up, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a mortar and pestle. Those things are amazing. Like one of the things that I do with my small little garden, my small little vegetable garden that my mom didn't realize and didn't put two and two together. She always buys the Miracle-Gro vegetable or tomato plant food and stuff. And I looked it up, and it's like, okay, there's two things that vegetables really like. They like calcium and nitrogen in the soil. So I realized, well, coffee grounds and ground up eggshells provide that. The ground up eggshells provide calcium, and the coffee grounds add the nitrogen. So if you actually if you grind up the grind up the eggshells, mix them in with the used coffee grounds, and then spread those out on the soil and water it, those will provide all of the those will provide most of the dire nutrients that vegetable plants need. They're great. They are amazing for tomatoes, for jalapenos, for pretty much any vegetable plant. And it's like I've been doing, it's like I do that. I mean, last dog that I had, wasn't the vet was like, okay, well, you need to get it, you need to try and get her some extra calcium and stuff like that. Not really often, like every other day or so, a little bit, something that will do some extra calcium. And the vet told me, they're like, look, if you do up eggs or something like that, grind up some eggshells really, really fine, sprinkle them in some wet food of some sort, or some like chicken and rice or something like that. Because I never bought dog food. I always just gave I always got like frozen chicken, did up chicken breasts, and just gave my dog actual chicken breast. Little bit of rice, little bit of broccoli, and just like, that was my dog's meals. Oh, she loved the fuck out of it. But it's like one meal every other day or so, I would grind up some eggshell really, really, really fine and just sprinkle a little bit into the dog's food. Dog never even noticed that it was there, never really cared. If anything, I think she enjoyed it because it added a little bit of extra crunch to it, but it's like, yep, there you go. Yeah, got her all the calcium she needed. I mean, people don't seem to realize this. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that is really, that you can absolutely use. You can absolutely use this stuff for gardens and stuff like that. Like a friend of mine one time, he was raking up his yard. He was raking up his yard with his leaves and with, he had just a massive pile of leaves. They had already done the leaf collection. We're not allowed to burn them in town. And he's like, I don't know what, and he came to me. He's like, I don't know what to do about these leaves. I'm like, do you have, I asked him, I'm like, do you know anybody who has like a wood chipper or a mulcher of some sort? He's like, yeah, sure. I mean, my parents had got a mulcher. I'm like, borrow that. Feed your leaves through the mulcher, mulch them up. You've got a flower garden. Go out before the snow hits and spread the mulch down on the ground. Let the ground up, the mulched up leaves basically deteriorate away under the snow, and the water from the snow is going to drive them down into the soil. It's going to help your flower garden. Most people will gather up their leaves. They'll either have the city pick them up or pay somebody to take the leaves off their hands. Leaves and sticks. And then if they do that in the fall, and then in the spring they turn around and like the same outfit, they go out and they buy mulch. It's like, you're buying back your own leaves and sticks. You are literally buying back your own, the stuff you paid them to take off your hands in the fall. You are buying back from them in spring. See, Pretty Wolves, my last dog did not like the same thing. She would eat, the only thing she would eat day in, day out was just chicken breast, cooked chicken breast. That's the only thing she would eat nonstop. She wouldn't care if it was like the 10th day. But if I tried to give her like wet dog, like the pouch dog food, if I tried to give her that 3 days in a row, the third day she'd look at me. She wouldn't eat it. She would just sit there and look at me like, what the fuck? I want something different. I am tired of the same old shit. Give me something with a little bit of a difference to it. See, exactly, Pretty Wolves. Resourcefulness will lead to at least to a certain level of prosperity. I'm not gonna be one of these these bloggers that says, oh yes, do this one simple thing and you'll save millions of dollars. No. But it is saving money. Do your own compost. Like I said, even just like mulch up your sticks and your leaves. If you rake them up and you gather them up, most places you can rent a mulcher for a day or two, feed all that stuff through, bag it up, put it on your gardens. You're good to go. Personally, I have a mulching blade on my mower and I don't even rake the leaves. I just mulch them up with the mower and just leave them on the lawn. My lawn generally stays greener than my neighbor, who mows at least twice a week, waters it when it's dry, waters his yard when we have no rain. I leave my yard a little bit longer, and I leave my leaves in the fall and just mulch them into the ground, mulch them up with the mower. I don't have to water. I would try it. I would try like just try changing the food a little bit each time, like, just like, okay, here's your food. Here's, chicken or turkey or hell, even just like, okay, here's your own little thing of the cat's food. Try that. As much as the vets and the dog experts think that they're experts, they don't know shit. Like, they will say that, oh no, changing a dog's food will make the dog not want to eat. That's bullshit. That is absolute fucking bullshit. There are absolutely dogs who like change. They like a variation in their food. Like the idea that dogs don't have a sense of time. Again, that's bullshit. My last dog would sit up on the back of the couch watching for my roommate to come home because she knew it was time for them to come home. I would usually watch Jeopardy or something like that. I would watch something specific about 15 to 20 minutes before my roommate was due home. And usually my dog would be like, my dog would be like, oh hey, you're watching this. That means that by the time that goes off, by the time I hear the closing music for this show, our roommate should be coming home. And she figured it out. She knew what time it was breakfast, what time we should be getting up. She knew when lunch should be. She knew when my roommate should be getting home. She knew when supper should be. She knew. She had a good idea of time. It's like, yeah, she hated the same thing. She wanted that change. Most of the things that the dog experts tell you is guesswork based on a very small sample size. Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, dogs and cats are very intelligent, a lot more intelligent than most of the experts give them credit for. I mean, it is just, it's amazing how smart they are, how much they adapt to the people who are, they adapt to their pack. Exactly. I mean, honestly, I've always thought that, they always say that animals can tell when you're upset, when you're happy. They can always tell your mood. With the hormones in the human body and stuff like that, I wouldn't be surprised if cats and dogs in particular can smell the hormone, the change in hormones. So it's like, okay, when you're sad, you have, you're releasing more of one hormone than another. And the dogs can smell that, like, oh, that's not a happy time smell. This person needs my help. I'm gonna go cuddle up with them. That's what I've always thought, anyway. That, and it's actually scientifically been proven that dogs actually developed muscles. Domesticated dogs actually developed their muscles for their eyebrows to mimic human facial movements. So it's like, when you see, if you see a dog's eyebrows move, kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or, oh, hey, wow, what? That is actually an evolutionary response. Wild wolves and wild dogs don't do that. They don't recognize the facial movements around the eyes nearly as much as humans do. But once dogs were domesticated and they started spending a lot of time with humans, they realized that we use our eyebrows to express ourselves. So they learned to mimic that and kind of like, oh hey, we're gonna do the same thing. Oh yeah. Hey, strays deserve love too. I mean, they may be running away from a bad situation. They may be running away from a situation that they're not comfortable with. That's not their fault. They're just trying to live their best life. And who are we to say, or who are we to judge them for trying to better their lives? Yeah, like I said, pretty well, wouldn't be surprised if that's all their, if that is basically them smelling the change in hormones that your body is letting off and being like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing today? Gotcha. So, all right, so that's got, that literally has... Our Chuck is done. Now, see, we could have actually come in and killed Chuck. We could have. We actually could have come in and killed Chuck. But we didn't know whether or not he was a bad guy, and he wasn't. See? Yeah, see? That stray is absolutely just being like, all right. This is the orphanage. Do you have a mama? No. Come on, you're going back to the orphanage. We have plenty of people that'll take care of you. Come on in. We welcome all. That is adorable. That is absolutely adorable. So we have the Copious Cove. The Copious Corpse? Basically, a bunch of weird-ass fucking... A bunch of weird-ass trees. And, Ooh. El Vibrato. Hello, mister. Well, we got some scraps. That's something. All right. Ooh, the big meter transporter reaches a deafening volume. Yep, exactly. It's just like, oh, you're going through a tough time. I get that. Here, let me show you. This is a safe place. I mean, again, last dog that I had, sweetest dog ever. Like, she caught a rabbit one time, and I had to go out, and I'm like, all right, nope, let the rabbit go. She let the rabbit go. She dropped the rabbit. I told her, drop it. She dropped the rabbit, looked at me. The rabbit started running. She ran after it and caught it again, just like holding it, just sitting there, just like, aren't you so proud of me? Like, drop it and let it go. Just like looked at me like, oh, pooh. Dropped the rabbit, watched it run off out of the yard, and it's like, all right, are you happy now? And after that, she would chase rabbits and squirrels, but she would never catch them. She did not want to catch them because she didn't need them. She wasn't going to eat them. And she was the most peaceful, pleasant dog I've ever had. Later on in her life, she would just lay there on the back porch or out in the yard and just watch the squirrels running around chasing one another, just like, yep, all right. It got to the point where the squirrels, the rabbits, the possums all knew that our yard was safe because she would make sure to protect them. The one time she almost got into a fight with a possum was because the possum had just had babies and the babies were still clinging onto it, so the possum wasn't going to play dead. It was like, nope, you come after me, I'm going to fuck you up. I am not going to let you take my babies without, it's like, and my dog was like, the dog was literally just like, oh, hey, how's it going? Ooh, you are an angry, what's going on with you? Are you okay? And that was kind of the attitude. It was just like, what's going on with you? Hi, this is my yard. You're more than welcome, but what's going on? I think I think she was trying to like find out if the possum was okay. The possum thought that my dog was a predator. It's like, you ain't taking my babies. It's like, oh no. Yeah, it's just like, no, I don't need to hunt you for food. I have more than enough food. I have delicious food. I have cooked food, which is so much better than chasing some random rabbit or squirrel. So I don't give a fuck about you. I am more interested in, in being like, hey, I want some fun. I want somebody to play with. I'm sorry, did that say level 19? So Copious Cope, sub-level 19. The machine is not switched on, but it has an empty coffee cup in it. The confounded contraption is dark and silent. Ooh, insert the battery. I am energized. I also know the El Vibrato word for primary and maintenance. Oh. Okay. But the coffee machine still isn't working. Fine. You know, all the curious stuff. Go marry a bagel muffin chucker. Wait, why not you cramming an entire baguette up your icing funnel? Wow. What? Go marry a bagel muffin chucker. Where you did learning a talking like that? Find in a human guide to cusses, cake sucker. Goblin shows you a pamphlet listing a variety of popular profanity. On the back it says, brought to you by the Brentwood Board of Tourism. Teach them some fake swears. These are weak swearings. Give me pamphlet, I teaching you better ones. Oh, okay. You have a you teach the goblin a number of phrases like charming gentleman and have a pleasant afternoon. He doesn't suspect a thing, and the next human he meets will have a more polite, if puzzling, encounter. Ooh. So now we have the cursing sheet. Yeah, oh, this is just literally a well. That obviously we can go down and, yeah, I was gonna say, it's like pretty obviously we can go down and see what's what. It's lifeless. Well, look, I can't help everybody get a life. Come on. Hobono Stakusum. Put in a small punch card. Oh! It's a vocabulary machine. Fantastic. You can't consciously make out what you're watching, but when it's over, you know things you didn't know before, like they'll vibrate a word for destruction and legs wear. Are you trying to destroy my pants? I mean, don't get me wrong, pants are annoying. Especially this time of year. Pants are very annoying. Thankfully, this year I have not yet had to sit here in just a shirt and undies with a fan blowing up into my undercarriage. I've not had to go to those lengths in order to be comfortable yet. Fingers crossed I won't, because it's supposed to be really nice and like low 80s most of the for the foreseeable future, last time I checked. So now we have a new word for nuisance and word for coffee maker. We have the word for coffee maker? Sastatsta. I have no idea what the fuck you mean. I have no idea what any of that shit means. You are still lifeless. Okay. Alright. Ooh. Well, that is strange, weird, and wild stuff. Hello. Oh, yes. I wanna fuck you up. Like that. Damn. See, I would, except for the whole wool thing is kind of like, I mean, wool thing is kind of aggravating in the summertime. Hello, Professor. He's examining something with intense concentration. All right, we've made a new battery and a new key. I do know there was somewhere. There was somewhere we have been that we needed a key that we didn't have. I don't remember where it was. Was it in the... Was it? Wait, was it in the... Yes, it was, actually. Holy shit! Holy shit. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. For once, my memory has treated me well. El Vibrato fluid. This pentagonal El Vibrato device contains some sort of sloshy fluid. Most fluids should be kind of sloshy. If it's not sloshy, there's kind of a problem. Ooh, you want the fluid. I don't know what any of these words mean. Food cube. Rum. El Vibrato rum. Seltzer. I didn't, so food, which increases muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 5, and an added 20 HP for the rest of the day. Rum, which increases meat bonus by 30% for the rest of the day. And seltzer, which increases everything, the 3 main stats by 5, and our maximum HP by 2 for the rest of the day. Interesting. That was one of the, I will say that is one of the things that kind of irritated me a bit with the whole Brad Pitt thing for, like, on the red carpet. Everybody's like, why are you wearing that ... kilt? And it's like, okay, number one, I don't think it was properly pleated, and it sure as shit didn't have, like, a proper tartan or anything like that for a proper kilt. It was a skirt, and there should be no, and I just want to say, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm going to wear a skirt. There's nothing wrong with a man saying, hey, look, I'm going to wear a skirt because it's hot as fucking balls right now, and I would like a little breeze in my undercarriage. Thank you. 2 skeletons with their arms akimbo in the traditional shootout stare-dome pose. Fucking bring it! Oh, ooh, oh no, ooh, ooh. Boom, boom, boom! And not quite. Susie? Susie! I was expecting you to finish him. You and Buffalo Bill should be able to finish one villain. Fine, I'll clean up your mess this time. God damn. Alright, Mr. Mayor. Did you manage to get the logging permit yet? No, not yet. Any sign of the missing mail? Yep. I found the missing mailman too. He's on his way to deliver it. Well, excellent. I hope there's a new issue of Mayor's Monthly. Sounds informative. The mayor glances at the list of problems on the board on the wall. Paces around nervously. You are down, you have less than 3 items. You have less than 3 items on the list. That should mean that your job is safe. You're safe. All right, fell off the back of a cart limited. 4 lassos? Wow, I've got a lot of rope. I got a lot of rope. Oh, wait. We have, no, fuck the kitchens, the stage. So we have the washboard player, the guitar player, and the lady with the jaw harp. See, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's like, dude, just be yourself. Just be comfortable. Be comfortable. Comfort breeds confidence. If you are comfortable in something, you are going to be confident. And confidence, well, confidence isn't quite as good as actual, like, ability, but it's close. Confidence is key. All right, so we have rested for the night, which means we have probably dropped down a fair ways on some of our stuff. No. I want to go and collect. My brother should be sending me stuff, right? Yes, a package from Rufus. By the way, I got another postcard. Yeah, that'll be zero meat. You're goddamn right it'll be zero meat. I ain't giving you shit. The package is empty. Or maybe Rufus sent you some kind of special air. That sounds like the type of thing he'd do. Are we talking like the air from, like, Matt Damon's lungs, or 200 XP. 200 XP. Are you fucking kidding? For air? I breathe air every day. Why I don't get 200 XP for the air that I'm breathing every single fucking day? I'm kind of pissed now, really. It's like, fucking, are you fucking kidding me? All right, locks and how to pick them. I already know how to pick locks, thank you. Now, if I had bought the book, it would cost me 1,000 meat. You're only going to give me 150 meat? He's ripping me off. He's ripping me off. Fine. I will hang on to the loco weed, thank you. Yeah, see, Pretty Wolves, you, me. Connected at the brain pan. All right, military whiskey. Sell that shit. It's fucking garbage. Military whiskey is shit. Now, sarsaparilla is not bad. Sarsaparilla is not bad. I will say that. Best love poem ever written. I don't know if I want to sell that. It is kind of special. No, Bill, I haven't found you a new place yet with a cactus lady. I don't think there is such a thing as a cactus lady. You don't exactly have male parts, so how am I supposed to find a cactus with female parts? Most cactuses usually have pricks. No, wait, sorry. Most cacti that I know do the pricking. They don't necessarily have pricks, they just do the pricking. Alright, well, no, leave the crazy horse alone. Leave him alone. He has seen some shit. I am sure he has seen more than enough shit. That's not a bad idea, Pretty Wolves. That's not a bad idea. Although, in this game, I am pretty sure there is somebody weird enough to be like, so you have a man who turned himself into a cactus. Really? Okay, I'm into it. I want to see what he can do. I have no doubt that this game is just beyond fucking weird. This game is It's kind of goddamn terrifying. Oh, with the eyes just like revolving randomly, just be like, and occasionally just like, ah. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like me on. Honestly, that sounds like most of the people that I know on any given day. Like, just look at the Pirates of the Geek Vortex crew. Throw a dart at the group of us, and you will probably find somebody who would very much identify with that. This game is amazingly fun. It's kind of simplistic, but it is amazingly fun. Now that being said, I may at some point wind up going into the Kingdom of Loathing, which was kind of the online game that this was based on, which is also really fucked up. I think it's actually weirder than. I think that Kingdom of Loathing is actually weirder than West of Loathing, which is that should tell you a lot about that game, because oh my god, it is fucking bizarre. It is. Whoo! It's something special. Anyway, I think that's what we're gonna end for tonight. Now. Don't forget, anybody who's watching now or between now and I don't know when we're going to start tomorrow, but we're going to be doing an extra long live stream tomorrow. I'm going to start sometime in the afternoon, probably after I've had my workout, had my breakfast, made a full pot of coffee, put it in the thermos, went to the store because I needed to buy some Romana tomatoes, and some bell peppers. I may also pick up a couple of the Mike's Mike's Harder, either black cherry or mango or I don't know, something. Basically to keep me energized, jazzed, and going. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be doing a longer live stream. I'm probably not gonna do anything that I've been doing. Like, I'm not gonna play West of Loathing because that's kind of like a set thing, and I don't want people who usually watch during the normal evening live stream to miss out. But at 9:15 Central Daylight Time, we are gonna be switching over to the Pirates of the Geek Vortex and hanging out with them. Oh, hello there, Eevee Hero. Welcome. We're actually just getting ready to wrap up for tonight. Partially because I did not get much sleep this morning, and I'm gonna be doing an extra long live stream tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. It's been a while. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Certain types of candies and alcohol can lead to a bad combination. And don't worry, Eevee. Do not worry. It's no fault. I mean, you can always, if you want to catch up on what we did, you can always go back and watch it. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. The only person that needs to be here at a specific time is this Muggins. This just me. That's it. I'm the only person who needs to be here at any given time, whether it's whether it's a gameplay live stream, Pirates of the Geek Vortex, anything like that. I'm the only one that has to be here at when things are going on. So yeah, never feel obligated. I don't want anybody to ever feel obligated to do anything as far as this stream. Even the people that are on the Pirates of the Geek Vortex, it's like, no, there's there's no obligation to be here every single time. It's cool. It is, yeah, it's cool. Oh, yeah. Pretty Wolves, trust me. Yeah, I actually looked it up when and they're perfectly legal here in Illinois. So when I first got the 5 milligrams of THC mints and the 5 milligrams of THC and CBD mints, I actually looked it up and they're like, yeah, beforehand, something like that beforehand can make it to the point where you don't, the alcohol doesn't necessarily hit you as fast, so you don't realize how much you're drinking before you start, and it can really fuck you up. Kind of the same thing in the reverse. It can really mess you up. So I made sure to understand what I could drink beforehand, and then it's like, okay, I can take one of these, I can have a drink, I can drink what I would normally drink, and actually, I sleep better with that. So tonight's drink was the Four Loko Gold. 24 ounces of alcoholic beverage at 14% alcohol by volume. So, I do have one more of these in the fridge. I may use it tomorrow and get something that's like a lot, that's 5 to 8% alcohol by volume for like the early afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, and then when Pirate starts, we'll go with the Four Loko Gold. Not sure yet. I'm thinking that's what we're doing. I'm thinking that is what I may do. I have not yet decided. But for now, I believe it is time for bed, because 4 to 5 hours of sleep is not enough. Especially for all the shit that I've been doing today. As always, thank you guys very much for being here. Evie Hero, Pretty Wolves, all the lovely little lurkers, all the people who watch after the fact. If you liked the video, don't forget to pound the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live, when we upload new videos and stuff like that, you can absolutely ring the bell, but also make sure to check out the social media links down below, the Facebook page and the Twitter account, where I always make sure to post when we upload a video or when we go live. And it's a little bit more reliable as far as letting you guys know than YouTube is, because YouTube kind of sucks at that at times. All of that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!